Good morning, namaste and warm welcome. I am Prakash Subedi, your mathematics teacher. So, today also I have come with exponential equation. So, I want to welcome you all, my dear students, guardians and all the viewers who have been watching us from Kalika SD TV, its Facebook Live and from YouTube too. So, before I start today's class, let me show you that what we completed yesterday in last class in slide please. Okay, you see yesterday we started exponential equation, and equation with variable in the exponent is known as exponential equation, and there you can see if x to the power y is equal to x to the power z, then y equals z. That fact we used yesterday, and two facts were there, you can see in the slide. And we also discussed these questions yesterday. First three I did in the class, and I hope you could follow the same method to simplify the last one. And dear student, today we are going to continue the same lesson, and here we are going to learn some questions as you see in the slide. Now, let us see the question in the PIP, and let me do some questions solved today. To continue exponential equation, I am going to do some questions. So, let me take that third number at first. I hope you can do that first and second easily. I am going to start from third number. 381 to the power x is equal to 9x plus 2. So, dear student, let us see here in the board. I have just copied a question, and base of this term is 3, base of this term is 81, base of this term is 9. They are having different bases, and the sign between them to operate them is multiplication. So, in this case, as per the laws of indices, at first we should try to make all the terms having the same base. This is why to convert them into the same base, we need to factorize the terms. Here is 81. So, let me factorize 81. 327 times, 3 9 times, 3 times. So, how many 3 should be multiplied to get 81, dear student? It means 3 to the power 4. So, here 3 means 3 to the power 1 times this 81 means, look, x is in the power, I have not done anything else, x is written separately same as it is. Now, 81, this 81 is going to be written as 3 to the power 4. Look the change. Did you get the change? The only change here is 81 is expressed in the power of 3. It is 3 to the power 4. Similarly, for 9, here as well you can see power is x plus 2, and I am writing x plus 2 as it is. So, what did not I write from the right hand side? 9 is here, but here is nothing. It is because I am going to 9 as 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 3 square. 3 square. 9 is 3 square. 81 is 3 to the power 4, 3 is 3 to the power 1, or 3 to the power 1 times 3 to the power 4 into x. it is 4x is equal to 3 to the power 2 into x, 2x plus 2 into 2. Or let me show you one more step, you may be confused. Three to the power 2 is again raised by the power x plus 2 as per the law of indices. For raising a power to a power, we can write it like 2 times x plus 2. Both the powers should be multiplied. Base is 3, dear student, base is 3, so we can add the power. Here we need to multiply 3, 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 2 is 4. 3 is here, 3 is here, base is same on both sides. So, equating the power with the same base, what we did here? Equating the exponent of the same base. So, remember this fact, this is one of the important fact. When two bases are same, we can say that their powers should be equal in this case, or variable together 4x, 2x comes here, it becomes minus 2x, 4 is here, 1 goes to right hand side, it becomes minus 1, 4x minus 2x, 2x, 4 minus 1 is 3, x is equal to 3 over 2. Okay. I hope you have understood this question. Now, let me do one more question. Let us see that 5 number, this question number 5 you have already seen, you have already done, because this is the same question that we did yesterday, last day. Now, I am going to start question number 7. You can write the same question in your copy, please. Question number 7 is like this: 3 to the power x plus 1 times 2 to the power twice x plus 1 is equal to 6. Now, let us see in the board, please. 3 to the power x plus 1 times 2 to the power 2x plus 1 is equal to 6. Again, let us follow the same method, that we need to factorize into the lowest term for all the numbers if it is possible. So, 6 can be factorized and we get its factor like 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6, that you know well. Look, this is our question. This is a little bit different pattern than this our last day's class, and what we did here is this 6 is factorized and I wrote it as 2 times 3. Then let us see, this is the base 3 to the power x plus 1, base is 3. Now, when this 3 comes to left hand side, or let us say one more step I will do. Look, 2 comes here, 2 times 3 is equal to 1, or you can remember this step as what we have done it, like we divided on both sides of the equation by 2 times 3. When 2 times 3 is divided by 2 times 3, the result is 1. And when left hand side is divided by 2 times 3, it becomes 3 times x plus 1, 3 to the power x plus 1 times 2 to the power 2x plus 1 divided by 2 times 3. So, what we did here is we have divided the equation on both sides by 2 times 3, or simply how you are learning, like when this 2 times 3 comes to left hand side, it comes to the denominator. After this, let us see, dear student, there is 2 means 2 to the power 1, this 3 means 3 to the power 1, and we have the concept of laws of indices, very good concept we have already got. This is base 3, this is also base 3. When bases are same, this 3 can go to the numerator, and this power, the sign of the power becomes just opposite, like here it is plus 1, 3 to the power x plus 1 is there in the numerator, this plus 1 goes to the numerator and it becomes minus 1, times 2 is there, then this one is 2x plus 1, this 2 to the power 1 is here, this one also goes up and it becomes minus 1. I hope you have understood. Look, this 2 to the power 1 is here, 3 to the power 1 is here. So, this 2 to the power 1 goes up here, 2x plus 1 minus 1 it becomes. This 3 to the power 1 is here in the denominator. When we write this term in the numerator, just this power will be subtracted from the power of numerator. This is equal to right hand side, nothing to do, there will be 1. Now 1 and 1 we can cut, 1 and 1 we can cut, or this one is 3 to the power x times 2 to the power 2x is equal to 1. Now dear student, again one more new interesting thing you are going to learn today. Here the power is x and here the power is 2x. We have a rule, we have a law that you know it, like if a to the power m is multiplied to b to the power m, then we can write this as a times b whole to the power m. Okay. In this case, like if a to the power m times b to the power m we get, we can write it like a times b in the bracket whole to the power m, because the power of the both the numbers is same. But here dear student, power is x here and the power is 2x here. Can you apply this law directly in this form? No, obviously not, but I am going to use this fact here. Let us see how, it is not difficult. Or 3 to the power x times 2 to the power 2x mean we can write 2 times x. Okay. I will make you clear. So, I hope you are concentrating on study. So, let me write the same thing as 2 to the power 2 times x. Let us see dear student, this is the important step. Do you think these two terms are same or not? Do they mean the same? Yes, like 2 to the power 2 times x is here, 2 to the power 2 times x is here. When we raise a power to a power, both the powers are multiplied. So, if you get 2 to the power 2 whole to the power x, what do you do? 2 to the power 2 times x, and what we have done here? We have just followed that step reversely. 2 to the power 2 times x is here, and for that we have written 2 square in the bracket whole to the power x. Both the term mean the same. After this, 3 to the power x times 2 square is 4 whole to the power x is equal to, sorry, there was one, this is equal to 1. Now, let us see both the terms 3 and 4, both the bases having the same power x. So, this common power can be written as 3 times 4 to the power x. Right hand side there is 1. Yes, yesterday we have already learned the fact that for 1 also we can write 3 times 4 to the power 0. Something to the power 0 always gives the result 1. So, same fact I have used here. According to left hand side we can write this 1. If it was 5, we would write here 5 to the power 0. If it was 9 times 7, we would write in right hand side 9 times 7 whole to the power 0, because something to the power 0 is always 1. This is one of the important fact that we frequently use to solve exponential equation. After this, now can you say what is the answer? Base is 3 times 4, base is 3 times 4, we can write, hence therefore, x is equal to 0, answer. And sometimes if you want to check your solution, whether your solution is correct or not, simply for you to be confident whether your solution is correct or not, you can check putting value of x equal 0 here. It becomes 0 plus 1 3 to the power 0 times 2 to the power 0 plus 1 3 to the power 1 times 2 to the power 1, and obviously it is 6. You can check by putting x equal 0 in this question as well. So, I hope you have understood this question as well. And next question, let me do one more question today. Let us see, dear student, question number 9 in the slide once again. Okay. Now, let us see 2 to the power x plus 2 over 2 to the power x is equal to 3. Now, here to make you learn well, we can suppose, let us suppose that 2 to the power x is equal to a. It is not compulsion that you should suppose and do and go on. Actually, this can be done putting the same number 2 to the power x, but we have supposed 2 to the power x is equal to a. Let us see, this may be easy to solve. Then the question will be like a plus 2 over a is equal to 3. You are almost familiar with this sort of solve, or if we take this a LCM, a times a becomes a square plus 2 is here in the numerator, we should write same 2 here is equal to 3. Are you understanding? We have taken a as LCM, then a times a is a square plus here, and this is 2, or after cross multiplication we get a square plus 2 is equal to 3 times a is 3a. Okay, let us write everything in left hand side. A square 3a comes here minus 3a plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, we have got this in the form of and a quadratic equation, and you have already learnt in the factorization. Now, our duty is to factorize this quadratic equation, and we follow this step like here while multiplying we need 2 times 1, while multiplying we need 2, and at last there is positive sign plus sign. Therefore, we need to find such factors whose sum is 3 and product is 2. You have already learnt in our previous classes, so I am not going to describe this method more. So, a square is same, we do not write 3, a plus 2 at first we write, and if this sign is positive, here we should write positive. If it was negative, we would write here negative sign. Now, we need to look for factor of 2 whose sum is 3, because in the middle there is 3, and such factors there is one and only 2 times 1, 2 times 1. While multiplying we need 2, and while adding we need 3. That method of factorization we have used here. A square minus, expand the bracket using minus sign, it changes all the sign, twice a, minus plus minus, a times 1 is a plus 2 equals 0. What is common here? A is common. What is left? A minus 2 minus, here is nothing common, it means there is 1 as a common factor. A minus 2 is left is equal to 0. This is what? A minus 2. This is what? A minus 2. Now, let us take a minus 2 common. What is left here? A minus 1. This is equal to 0. So, dear student, did you understand up to here? Simply we have done nothing more. We suppose that first 2 to the power x is equal to a, then we got the question in the form of a like this, a plus 2 over a is equal to 3. We took LCM a, then a times a is a square plus this 2 is equal to 3. After cross multiplication we got a square plus 2 in the left hand side is equal to 3 times a is 3a. Next, this 3a we must bring to left hand side. This is the method of solving a quadratic equation. We bring 0 normally in right hand side, and then we factorize this quadratic equation. Then after factorizing we got two factors a minus 2 and a minus 1 equal 0. Now, let me see that solution I am going to do here. Okay, please now see here, we got a minus 2, a minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, in this case, can you tell me the condition, or using calculator can you get any two numbers whose product is 0 without taking 0 itself? You can take any number, dear student. This is homework for you. Let us learning by doing, like you do practice and then you learn well. Take any, the smallest number you can take, but you are not allowed to take 0. You can take any two numbers whose product is 0, but remember without taking 0 itself. Is it possible? You can try. We can never get the product 0 until any one of them is 0 itself. So, this fact we have to use in such case. We got a minus 2 times a minus 1 is equal to 0, but as I have just explained you, product of these two factors can never be 0 until either a minus 2 equals 0 or a minus 1 equals 0. To get the product 0, we should have either of these two factors 0. So, here we can write either a minus 2 equal 0, that is a minus 2, or a minus 1 equals 0, that is a equals 1. Let us say this is equation 1, this is equation 2nd. So, dear student, this is very important thing, you know. Here if in right hand side there was no 0, we cannot do either or this condition. We cannot follow this condition when the right hand side is not 0. Now, the question arises. So, why and how can we do this method? How can we follow this method? Why should we do this? It is because we got the result. I have already told you, but I am repeating. A minus 2 times a minus 1 is equal to 0. Product of any two numbers can never come 0 until either of the number is 0. Therefore, if a minus 2 times a minus 1 is 0, you need to understand that either a minus 2 itself should be 0. If not, then a minus 1 should equal to 0. This is why we follow this process, and we got value of a equals 2 and value of a equals 1. Now, let us see the question, dear student, whether we are solving for a or we are solving for x. A is the term that we supposed for 2 to the power x. Actually, we are solving for x. Therefore, we replace the value here. Finally, from equation I, a equals 2 or 2 to the power x is equal to 2. 2 means 2 to the power 1. This implies x is equal to 1. And from equation second, 2 to the power, a is given equal to 1 or 2 to the power x is equal to 1. This 1 means we can write 2 to the power 0. We have been discussing on this many more, so I am not explaining. 1 is same as 2 to the power 0. We wrote it 2 to the power 0 because in left hand side base is 2. Value of a is 2 to the power x. 2 to the power x is equal to 1. 1 means 2 to the power 0. Now, both bases are same or x is equal to 0. Hence, x is equal to 0 and what we got second? 1. These two are the answer. Okay, dear student. So, I have shown you some examples I have solved, and I hope, my dear student, you have understood it well. So, the rest questions you can try by yourself, and if you are not clear, you can go to the YouTube channel of Kalika TVSD and play and pause method can be used here. When you are confused, you can pause and again you can repeat it, you know. So, you will learn it well. I hope, my dear student, you will do you will learn it well. And finally, this is homework. This is the homework you can see in the slide. Okay. So, this is the homework from yesterday's and today's lesson. So, thank you so much for being with me. Tomorrow again I will come with new lesson.